Namaste and welcome all of you in Knowledge Khazana. What are the specialties of these lectures? See, this is the second series of this lecture. In my series, in my lectures, you are going to get many things. It's really a khazana. See, I am going to deliver you the lectures. Along with that, you can get the notes. You can also get the questions for the examination, and you are also going to get the knowledge for preparation for the practicals. See, while I am delivering the lectures, I will also show you the notes. Whenever you want the notes, you can pause the screen and take down the notes. The next thing is of the exams preparation, that is the questions. I will also give you some questions while the lecture is going on, and also at the end of the lesson or at the end of the topic. And the most interesting part is that of the practicals. I am going to show you the skills to do the practicals also, so that you will be ready for the practicals too. Now let's move to the next thing. What you are going to learn here. See, which are the theory topics the board has been included in your syllabus this year. See, the syllabus includes actual 6 lessons. There are 6 chapters in your syllabus this year. Board has designed the syllabus very nicely. I have already told you. The first ever topic is of advanced web designing. So you are going to learn to create the web pages, websites, introduction to search engine optimization, advanced JavaScript you are going to learn, emerging technologies like IoT, cloud computing, AI, 5G, server-side scripting, and e-commerce and e-governance. Now the interesting skills oriented practicals means practicals which board has included in your syllabus. Let's have a look over it. First practical is of advanced web designing. So you are going to learn web designing using advanced features and advanced tools. The second is advanced JavaScript. So to use the JavaScript in creation of the advanced websites. And the third is server-side scripting, that is PHP. Now let's move in a real sense to our first lesson. Before that, let's see what boards expect from you. Boards expect these skills to get developed from you, from your end. For example, you should design the layout of the web pages using cascading style sheet. You should learn to design the website. You should learn to design the web forms with validations. Next is the concept of image map and iframe, that is inline frame. The overall aim is to give the skills to create HTML web pages using HTML5 and cascading style sheet using this lesson. Now our first lesson, that is advanced web designing. See, which key points you are going to learn in this lesson. The first is advanced web designing, that is HTML using HTML, forms, then meta tag, cascading style sheets, ordered list or numbered list. And see, wherever you want the notes, you can pause my slide and you can take down the notes and you can move ahead. The first topic, that is why we are learning HTML5. In last year, when you are in 11th, you have already learned HTML. HTML is what? Hypertext Markup Language. It is an evolving language which is used for creating of the web pages. So see, HTML is the base of designing of the web pages. Now in standard 12 you are going to learn HTML5. Why HTML? See, with every version of HTML it supports many new and different features, different tools. Moreover, this HTML5 is very popular because it is used everywhere in mobile technology. Now, what you are going to learn? Forms. See, when you are in standard 11th, you have already learned how to create the forms. Why we use the form? See, we take the data from the user using different controls on the form. For example, you have learned text boxes, password boxes, radio button, check boxes, selection of singular or multiple things from the options provided, and you have also learned the submission of the form and also clearing of the form. See some basic elements from the HTML you have learnt in your standard 11th. Now here in standard 12th you are going to learn HTML5. See, HTML5 supports some elements, extra elements, using which validation can be done. What is this validation? We are going to see later on. There are some more points you are going to learn. The sixth point is unordered list or bulleted list, definition list, inserting audio and video in HTML, very interesting thing, image maps in HTML, inline frames, and website hosting. Now let's move to the HTML5 tags. See, there are many tags which you are going to learn in this HTML5. These are called as advanced tags. These are advanced elements which has been included in your syllabus this year. See, the first ever element is input type is equal to color, which defines a color picker. Today we are going to learn this first element, that is input type is equal to color. There are 14 total elements, advanced elements, along which supports validations also we are going to learn in this HTML5, which are the form elements. Using these 14 different elements, you can accept the data from the user which he is going to submit in the form. Now, first of all, what is meant by input tag? This is the basic thing. See, input tag is a very important tag or principal element in designing a form for a web page. Without input tag, nothing can be done. Input elements are used within a form element to declare input contents that allows user to input or enter the data or to accept the data into the form. The data is collected into the form. An input tag specifies an input field basically where the user can enter the data. See, the input element does not have a closing tag. You must be remembering. So which are the basic attributes of this input tag? There are two basic attributes must be there in an input tag. These are type and name attribute. See, what is this type attribute? See, whenever we write input type is equal to text, what is this type? See, this type attribute specify which type of field you are going to enter, you are going to create. Why it is done? It is used to specify the search engine and the server what type of data that field contains, that specific field contains. The next attribute is name attribute. See, the name attribute is used to tell the name of the field to the server. Okay, now let's move to our first ever element, that is input type is equal to color. See, input type is equal to color. So color element defines a color picker. See, you must have come across using many painting softwares. Then you must have seen that color picker. You can select or you can pick the color. Okay, so you are going to learn to use this input type is equal to color. It specifies a color interface element by providing a button which will open a dialog box, that is the color palette, from where you can select any color either by using a visual color picker interface or by entering the color into the text field in hexadecimal format, that is RRGG baby. The default value is black for this color picker. What is the hexadecimal value for black? It is #0000 and 00. This element can specifically be used with languages like JavaScript and jQuery to change tablet or background text color. The most important thing is the element's presentation may vary substantially from one browser or a different platform to another platform. Now let's see how to use this color element. See, now I am going to enter the element over here. Input type is equal to color. Suppose you are going to use this color element for giving the background to your web page. So we'll say I'll give the name as my color. I'll give 2 break tags. I will add one submit button so that it will be easy to show you. Name of the submit button is submit only, but the value of the submit button I want send my form. Okay, I'm saving this web page. Now see here, still there is nothing shown over here. I will refresh the web page and see, we'll find the color control over here and the submit button. See, after clicking on this color picker, color button, a color picker appears over here like a color palette. You can set whatever color you want and click on add to custom color. If it is not a custom color, then you can add it to the custom color. Okay, and click on OK, and see, it is shown over here. The actual use of this, as I told you earlier, can be seen in JavaScript and jQuery. Now I'm showing you the use or working of the submit button. See, the form got submitted. In this way we can use the different elements, and we have seen the use of first element, that is the input type is equal to color. Now we will meet in our next lesson. Till then, bye bye. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.